Hi, welcome to today's 30-minute lower body strength workout. Let's get started with the warm-up. Okay, let's get into the warm-up. Come into a wide stance, squat down, fold and roll up. Do that again. Now, if you want to just take the squat a little bit smaller, you can do, if that's for you. Otherwise, come down into a deeper squat. Your toes and your knees are going towards the corners of the room, and your knees are tracking in the same direction as your toes. Okay, take it into soldier kicks. So we're going to be performing supersets of 2 exercises together. We'll perform both those exercises 3 times through, and then we'll move on to the next. You have 4 supersets, so 8 exercises in total today, and then a cool down stretch. Take the legs wide and let's shift it to the sides. Keep your chest and head up, and let's move as quickly as you can. Now obviously if you want to, you can be down not quite as deep in your lunge. You don't have to get to the floor. Perfectly okay. Just wherever you're at today is absolutely fine. Good stuff. Let's take it to the back of the mat now, and we're going to go into an inchworm. So roll down and inchworm out. You could do this from the knees also, so you could just inchworm backwards and forwards from the knees. If not, stay on the toes with me and inchworm back and roll up. Come back down. Engage your core also as you do this, and then inchworm back. One more time. Down we come. Hold it there. Now you can either hold this in the elevated position on the hands, or you can do it with the knees down on the mat. I'm staying up here. Bring your foot in next to the hand and turn towards your knee, and opening up your chest and hips. Swap to the other side, so the foot comes up next to the other hand, and then you're opening up. Do that a couple more times. One last time. Okay, and then either from the knees or from an elevated position, inchworm back. Roll up carefully. Let's warm up the legs a little bit more. Warming up the back and shoulders also. So it's a good idea that we warm up everything, the whole body. And let's take it into some taps, little mini squats and taps, and arm circles. Both arms together. I'm really conscious of these lights above my head. They're very low. I feel that I always try to cut them out of filming, take it the other direction. So let's take it into forward circles. A couple more singles then together. Good stuff. Just a step touch and some rolls with the arms. Push. Okay. We're going to get started in just a little moment with our first 2 exercises. So first exercise is walking lunge with weights at either side. So you're going to walk forward with your weights beside you, and then turn, and then you can maybe walk this way, walk back the way. I think I'm just going to manage to get about a very small rectangle into my room. So you use whatever space you've got, okay? Whatever you have to do that walking lunge. If you don't have much room at all, just go forwards, alternating in your forward lunge. Second exercise is going to be either a kettlebell or dumbbell thrust. I'll show you it with a dumbbell. I'll be using the kettlebell. With a dumbbell, you could hold it like so or like so. And the idea is to thrust from the hips rather than any kind of a squat involved. So you're going to thrust and swing. So you can see I've got a slight bend in my legs when I'm doing that. I'm not squatting and swinging, I'm just tilting back and thrusting. So I've got my 3s, 5s and 10s. I will stick to 10s quite a lot of the time. But if you're quite new to weights, then use whatever you're comfortable with, and it's absolutely fine to use the same weight initially, for everything. And then you might want to start building up and progressing and adding on. So let's get started with those first 2 exercises right now. I'm going to put the timer on. You're going to have 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, and then you'll perform each one back to back, and then you'll do that 3 times through. let's get started. Okay, let's get ready to start with the walking lunge. Make sure you go with weights that are suitable for you. It doesn't really matter what you're using, as long as you're using something for some resistance. But if you have absolutely nothing, then body weight is fine, or bottles. Let's go with the walking lunge, taking that forward now. So step, and then lunge, step and lunge, and then you keep going if you can. I have to turn. Making sure that you're alternating each time. So when you turn, make sure that when you turn, you use the other leg and that you don't start on the same leg you just finished with. If you're doing it on the spot, you're probably actually going to get more in. So just over 10 seconds left in this first move. Keep going. I'm going to try and get another couple in. Good stuff. Right, these go down. I'm going to take my kettlebell. Use whatever you have handy. And we're going to go into the thrusts. Good, so let's keep the chest up. Keep the shoulders down in this. And I'll show you it from side on. So legs are wide and you're going to tip back and thrust. The weights don't have to come up high. The idea is not to get the weight up high. The idea is to squeeze your glutes and use your hamstrings to help you to thrust that weight forward. Engage your core, but of course you have to have a slight bend in your hips. So yeah, it's not about working the shoulders in this one. Your arms and shoulders are engaging, but that's not the aim. There we go, rest. So we're back to walking lunge again. So get whatever weights you were using, or if you want to take a new set, then do that. Okay, get ready to go. Let's go. So intervals are quick, but then the beauty of this is that we get the workout done quickly and we don't waste time spending hours and hours of our day working out. 8 exercises for the lower body is good, and you're doing each one 3 times through, which is also good. So the fact that we have nice short intervals means that all in all the workout is just a little bit more than half an hour. Now apologies if you're looking at my back every other few seconds, although I know you'll be busy doing your own one as well. 3, 2, 1, put them down. Take whatever weight you're going to use for your thrusts. And let's get ready. I think I'll turn this way this time. 3, 2, 1, let's thrust. So pivoting, hinging, sorry, pivoting, hinging at the hips. Hinging back the way, and then thrusting. You keep your chest up. So I'm a new channel. At the time of making this, I'm about 3 weeks old, and trying to get out workouts that I think are relatable for me and for women of my age. You know, at 52, I want to still be strong, but I want to be strong in a way that is manageable and good for me, my joints, and so on, and avoiding injury. So let's go back to your forward walking lunge. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Being strong and being fit and healthy at any age, really. And let's turn. Now you might fit 3 walks in if you're doing walking lunge in your room. If I was to do 3, which I could, my face would be right up at the camera, so I'm not going to do that. I mean, you are working your core at the same time in this, because you need to use your core to balance. A few more. How are we doing for time? Just over 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Right, switch. And we go back to thrusts. Our last round of these. Excuse heavy breathing. And let's thrust. So, squeeze as you raise. Working the posterior chain, your glutes, your hamstrings. And as I said earlier, you're getting some engagement also for the shoulders and the arms. Just over 10 seconds. And then we take a slightly longer rest. 3, 2, 1. Comes down. Right, I'll explain to you what we're doing next. I'm actually going to stick with my kettlebell for this. You might want to use a dumbbell, whatever you've got. So this is going to be a single leg deadlift. I had to think there for a second. So the weight's going to be in the opposite hand to the leg that's on the floor, and you're going to hinge forward and then come back up. Now it's up to you whether you tap the foot on the floor or not, and we're doing that both sides. So let's go. Let's do that now. So, and all we're doing in the supersets for this one is switching legs. So you'll be doing it with this leg first, and then you'll be switching. Keep your chest up and your head up. Look just ahead of yourself, a few feet in front. Try to avoid looking in mirrors and so on, because you're just going to arch your back and strain your neck. Just under 10 seconds. You hear the peeps soon. 3, 2, 1. And all we do now is switch and work this leg now instead. So it's the leg that's on the floor that's working, although the other one is going up and down. We're working the one that stays on the floor. Okay, here we go. So the weight comes in the opposite hand. I'm holding out my arm for balance. It's up to you what you do. It is tricky. I find it harder to balance on this leg due to possibly an old injury from years ago on the foot. Not fitness related. It's actually on a holiday. So, yes. These things happen sometimes, don't they? So squeeze as you raise, squeeze your glute and squeeze your hamstring. Good stuff. Rest for 15 seconds and then we go back and we're doing it again with this leg. So catch your breath. Not quite time to get a drink, but you'll get one at the end in the 30-second interval. Let's go back to this leg now. So the leg that's going out doesn't need to be poker straight. And you're hinging from the hips. The leg that's on the floor should have a slight bend in it. Oh, I feel a wobble. It should have a slight bend in it. And it shouldn't be completely locked. It's nice, slow and controlled move, because as you can see, it is a tricky move. If you don't want to do it like that, you can just keep the foot in at the back instead, like this, and you're working the same muscles in doing so. Last one. Yeah, a couple of wee wobbles there. Yes. Little wobbles. So we're going back to this leg now. And there was me saying that this was my wobbly leg. And actually, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, if you'd like to see more strength videos, let me know. I'm putting out a mixture just now. Running, walking, strength, cardio, really all the things that I do throughout the week. and just replicating that. But at the same time, I would like to know what people are interested in, what they feel that they would like to develop. Coming up for the beeps. 3, 2, 1. Last round. Of course, there is no magic cure for fat loss. You know, I see lots of workouts claiming to lose fat in different places. Well, we know that that's not true. It just comes from where it wants to come. Let's go. But what you can do is you can obviously burn calories, build muscle, burn calories at the same time, which in turn will lead to fat loss, but not from any specific place. However, you can build the muscle in specific areas, which is what we're doing today in this workout. And so if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. That would be great. I would love that if you would help and support this new and growing channel. And like and share the video. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch to this leg now. So last time through with this one. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I think I'm going to face straight on. There's something about when I'm facing out the diagonal just now that's actually putting me a little bit off balance. So I'm going to come forward. I'll come out this way so you can see what's happening with the leg at the back. But obviously, if you're doing your own thing and concentrating, that's fine. And just focus your gaze somewhere that's going to help you to balance. A few more. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds of rest. Grab a really quick drink. Your next 2 exercises are going to be alternating static lunge. I'm going to take my 10s for this. It could be 10 kettlebell, dumbbell, but use whatever you want to. So similarly to the last exercise, a foot is going to come out behind. Get ready to start with me now. So get your weight, and your weight's going to go in the opposite hand to the knee that's out in front. And we're just going to lunge up and down on the spot. Make sure that you've got a nice gap between the leg behind and the leg in front. Keep the back up straight. I know it's hard. And you're taking the knee down towards the mat. And the next move is just going to be the same thing, but on the other side. Now, I want you to press the heel and the leg that's in front. 3, 2, 1, that's us. Switch. I want you to press the heel of the foot that's in front into the ground, and in that way you're going to use your glutes and engage your glutes to bring yourself back up. Okay, let's go. So the head is raised. You can have your hand on your hip. I prefer mine to come out like this. I'll show you from the front. So I prefer it to come out like this to help me to balance. I'm aiming the knee towards the mat. Slow and control. Inhale as you go down. Exhale as you come up. Just over 10 seconds. So push away to the mat with this heel. And that's you. Rest. Get ready to switch. Rest. So, going back to this leg. And I'm going to come back here again. Got my mat slightly skew whiff at the wrong angle. Skew whiff means misaligned, it's not aligned. It really ought to be going across the way. I don't tend to use the mat for strength workouts. It's really more for the cool down at the end that I'm going to be using that. Keep your chest up and your shoulders down. So, under 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, switch. Catch your breath. Let's get ready to swap. Other leg comes out. Other arm comes up. And slow, controlled down. Don't race it. You're going to aim for quality rather than quantity. So if you take your time, particularly on the way up, a nice slow move on the way up is really going to help to develop muscle in the glutes in this area, in this exercise. I hope you like the tunes. We've got a bit of an 80s vibe about them today, although it's actually a mix. 3, 2, 1. A mix of 80s, 90s and so on. So last time, this side, yeah, they're quite nice playlist. And last time through here. Work. But yeah, it's reminiscent of those 80s techno hits. Can't think of any particular song, but it just reminds me of a mixture of them all, if you know what I mean. Good, keep going. Just over 10 seconds. I know your legs are getting tired now. We only have another superset left. So you've now finished 3, 2, 1. 3 supersets out of 4. And I'll show you your last superset. Apologies, it's not quite the last one. We've still got one more in this set. So taking the leg back out again. Get ready for one more. It's going to come this way this time. There we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah, I got a wee bit ahead of myself there. We have this one. And then we move on to the last 2 exercises. The sumo squat and the lateral lunge. So, using that heel and glute to raise yourself up. A little while longer, just over 10 seconds. You can do it, you're getting there. 3, 2, 1. Good. Right, last set now. Okay, so we're going to go into sumo squat and lateral lunges now. So take a weight, take your legs out wide, toes and knees are pointing towards the corners, shoulders back and down, and you're going to come down slowly and then squeeze your inner thighs, your adductors on the way up to work your inner thighs, and I'll explain your next move. So join me now. Come down and up. There we are. The next move after that is going to be a lateral lunge. So taking 1 or 2 weights, and we're going to lunge to the side, alternating. A few more, just over 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. In the lateral lunge, I'm just going to turn my mat for this. We are going to be lunging laterally to the side. So I'll take my 2 5s to start with. Join me now as we lunge out to the side. Weights are down low, coming down to the side, back to the middle, and then out to the other side. So we're alternating. Head stays up, the shoulders stay back and down, and you're going back and down in your lunge. So back and down as you go out, but your chest should stay up. You could take the weights up to your shoulders if you prefer, like this. It's up to you. Work with whatever weights you're comfortable with, because it's your workout, and just make it your own. You could work with one weight in your hands. 3, 2, 1. Back to sumo.
Rest.
So I'm back to my kettlebell. Catch your breath. Take that weight, legs wide, and let's squat. So this one focuses more on working inner thighs also, because you're in that wide stance. The hamstrings, the glutes, quads. Keep your head up. And engage your core also. Keep going. Just over 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Back to lateral lunge. So back to my 5s. I prefer to use 2 medium weights for this. I'm going to start by lunging in this direction this time. So I'm going to lunge down and come back. And then out. Keep your head and shoulders up. So don't hunch over. Looking at the floor. Looking straight ahead. So I hope you have a good day, whatever else you're doing today. The sun's coming out here. It is Easter Sunday here today. So I'm going to go and get out, enjoy the sunshine while it lasts. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Last of our sumo squats. And then we've got lateral as well. And then that's us. Pick your weight up, let's go. So slow and controlled with this one. Now, if you come up slowly and squeeze, you're going to get more out of this than if you were to race it. And I know, because when I do it slow on the way up, you know, you definitely feel it more the next day in your legs. I prefer to work parts together, body parts, and do sets. For example, legs one day, chest and triceps the next day, back and biceps. And these are the kind of workouts I'll aim to be making in the future. 3, 2, 1. Back to lateral lunges, because that reflects the sort of working out that I would do typically. But also throwing in some total body, so because sometimes there's not just time to do all these different workouts. So let's go. So I will absolutely be incorporating total body workouts in, because I know that a lot of you don't have time to, you know, spend time every single day. I know what it's like myself, having had 2 children who are now grown up. And I know what it's like, you know, working full time, which I also do. So we don't have time to spend every day for hours and hours on end working out. Under 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yay. Right, we're going into a cool down stretch. Stick your weights to the side, and then let's get ready for the cool down. So, coming down onto your mat, lying down on your mat, take it down so that you're lying flat, and then hug your knees into your chest. Take one knee, hug it in, straighten that leg, and let's stretch out the hamstrings, which have worked really hard today. Okay, take the foot towards you in a flex. Inhale, exhale. As you draw the leg in closer, inhale, exhale. Place that foot on the opposite knee, and then if that's okay for you, just keep it here, or take hold of your other leg behind the knee so that you get a deeper stretch in your glute. And just breathe and enjoy this relaxing cool down. It is important to cool down to get our muscles back to their pre-workout stage. Switch, take the other knee in, and then straighten that leg. Keep the lower back on the floor. The toe comes towards you, and take hold of the leg. Inhale, exhale, and enjoy that stretch. Inhale, exhale, drawing the leg in towards your body. Place that foot on the knee, bringing the knee in towards you. And then let's just relax and enjoy that stretch. Okay, carefully roll up, trying not to lose my mic, and then roll over onto your side, and we're going to stretch out the quads. So take hold of your heel, take it up to your glute, tilt your pelvis, and feel a nice stretch in your quad. Switch, and let's do it to the other side. You could just roll over. I'm turning. Now you could do a longer stretch if you want to, and I would definitely recommend at least this stretch, if not longer. Okay, coming up onto all fours, we'll stretch out our shoulders. So inhale and scoop your pelvis towards the rib cage, and exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale, and release. Taking it into a hip flexor stretch. Bring one leg forward. Now we've worked our arms also, holding our weights, so take the arm across, and then stretch out across the shoulders. I'm just going to stretch out my triceps also, which I did work recently. It feels really nice just to stretch them too. Okay, switch. Other leg comes out in front. The arm comes across. And then the arm comes up to get a stretch in the tricep. I know we didn't work our tricep specifically today, but it's just nice to stretch it out. Come up with control, roll up, and we'll stretch out the calf. So take one leg behind, and then roll the shoulders back. Clasp your hands. And this is what it looks like from side on. And then the chest is up, shoulders are back, stretching out and opening up the chest. Switch. Other foot comes back behind. Clasp the hands in front, stretch out your shoulder blades, looking down between your arms. Okay, one foot comes behind, stretch up. Oh, nearly took my lights out there. And then there it goes again. And then, there we go. I'm not editing that out. And then we're going to come into a nice, I'm going to go behind my mat this time. Legs wide. And one more time. And last time. Thank you so much for joining my workout today. If you want to see any of my other videos, there's one linked at the end of this workout, and there's more strength workouts in the strength and conditioning playlists. So check those out also, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye.